Hi, I'm Austin Beebe, and this is Jamie Thurston. Jamie! Jamie! With Conversations Today, which I'm thinking about renaming to Bystander's Perspective. It's a once-a-week show we do on Saturdays. And once again, Edgar Garcia, my usual co-host, if you will, is still in Mexico.
So you're gonna put up with me again.
Yes, Jamie is guest hosting again, Jamie Thurston. So, how are you doing today, Jamie?
I'm doing fantastic, Austin.
Very, very fantastic.
Yes.
As you can see, we're in lovely Pueblo, Colorado, or something.
Something like that.
Anyways,
At the Riverwalk. Don't forget to tell them about the Riverwalk, Austin.
the pride gem of Pueblo, the Riverwalk. It's got a river, and you walk on it. Not on the river. We're not Jesus.
No,
Not Jesus.
not at all.
So what are we talking about today, Jamie?
Today we're going to talk about those awkward situations you see just by a bystander's perspective.
Yes. So, you know when you're like walking, just like say for instance, like we walk on the Riverwalk all the time, and this happens like when you're walking and like you're passing someone, and then they're just like super awkward about it, and like no one makes eye contact, and everyone just looks at the ground, and you just like awkwardly like walk past. You know, it's just like so weird every time.
It is. What do you do in that situation like that?
So
You just...
like, I mean, you know, it just seems like, I mean, I always try to like blow it off, just like force them to be social, you know what I mean?
I do.
But I'm like super weird like that. What do you do in those situations?
The same way, normally try to just say hi, good morning, something like that. Normally it's like, don't talk to me or something like that. And
So he's super pleasant and I'm super weird. I'm just like, hi, what's up?
yes.
So what's the situation you
So
come
my
across?
situation I come across all the time when you're at a restaurant, you see these two people. They're on a date, it looks like, and you just walk by their table and you're here like, so how's the weather going? You know what that makes me feel like doing sometimes?
Feels
Just
like,
sitting down at that table and just looking one of them in the eye and saying, you know this is not going to work, right?
this
You
is
know?
just such a horrible day. You guys should just break this
Yeah.
off immediately. This is not gonna work. Like, you see that all the time. First date, people are just super awkward all the time. Or like, you know, like if it's that awkward, if you have to talk about the weather on the first date, you might want to reevaluate some things, you know?
Well, you know another thing we see on first dates, Austin?
What's
Is
that?
a bunch of this. They're always on their phone. They're not talking to each other. It's
Exactly.
just-
We do that from time to time too, though.
we do, but we're not on a date. Remember this, Austin.
Yes, okay. So we don't date. That's like,
No.
That's something to keep in mind.
When you're walking around this wonderful Riverwalk, we have these bridges. People like making random noises under these bridges. Question is, what do? Do you just ignore these random noises? Or do you follow their random noises with a more random noise?
Yeah, like normally, like someone is just like wailing down there somewhere, and so what we do is we're just like, when we hear a ah, we go ah, and then they go ah, and then we go ah, and it's like super weird. And like now someone's gonna like call the police, which the police station is actually right there.
Yes.
Anyway, so like you hear these things all the time, and like people are yelling like, are they getting murdered or are they just having fun?
You just don't know sometimes. I mean,
It just
just
goes
don't-
back and forth. You flip
it goes
a
back
coin.
and forth. You flip a coin. Do I go help this person or do I make another random noise? It's just...
And then at the same time, some of these random noises are coming from people who are like super weird. Like last night we were walking around and we passed these two girls who looked like they were like freshmen in high school.
Yes.
And then we passed them and they were walking around the loop. It's a 1 mile loop. And then like they were walking this way and we were walking this way. In like 5 minutes, we had gone like not even a quarter mile and they were walking past again.
Yes.
Like it's like they teleported. And this happened several times. Like they just like walked the entire. We never passed them. They were going
Nope.
the opposite way.
Yep.
So it's like they turned around and then walked back again. It's so
What
weird.
do you do in that situation? Then there was an evil puppet master. I swear he was an evil puppet master.
Okay,
Austin.
there was a guy playing a dulcimer under a bridge with an awkward LED flashlight, and he thought he was gonna like steal the souls of children.
Still the souls of children.
So you know my two. What is your last one, Austin?
So, you know, one of the really super awkward situations that I always come up against is like ordering food and coffee and drinks and things like that. Like one time I was at Ruby Tuesday and I was like under so much pressure, like everyone else had ordered and I just could not decide what I was gonna get. And you know, she was looking at me, the waitress, and I was just like, and I was gonna order chicken fresco, but I did not say chicken fresco. I said, I'll just have the frickin' Chesco. And nobody said anything. I did not realize I said it. She didn't miss a beat, wrote down chicken fresco, and then they all laughed at me, and I was like, what did I do? And, you know, also, we have this really awesome coffee shop in town, and like, one time you know, we were all ordering coffee, he had ordered, and it was my turn to order. I was like texting my friend to get him to meet us at the Daily Grind, so I was super focused, and I looked up to order, and I was already awkward anyway, but then like, I was like, this is what I'm gonna order, and then I looked up and I saw her, and she was like wearing this like really, really tiny shirt.
Yes.
And it was like really, and it was just like, and I'll have the black coffee, and she was like, is that for here to go? And I was like, yeah, that. And I just like could not, it's so bad.
Yes.
And then just
the other night we were at the Daily Grind. We went in there having a good old time, we ordered coffee, this barista comes out. And I mean, she's just throwing everything down. She had like this look of like, you say one thing against what I make you, and she was gonna kill us.
She threw so mad.
Yeah.
She like, you know, he handed her a debit card and she just like took it from him, and you know, she slid it in the credit card. She turned on the espresso machine and she's like, and she's like making this angry eye contact with us this whole time.
She was. I was fearing for my life there, Austin. I really was.
Yeah.
And then she yelled our name for our drink. She's like,
Jamie!
Jamie!
And then she, like today, even like 3 days later, she still seems super mad. Like, it's like, okay, when I worked in customer service, I could be having the worst day of my life and people still got a smile out of me. Like,
I'm the same way, Austin. I worked in a coffee shop this summer, and I mean...
Okay, you did like break your hand.
I did break my hand.
He punched a wall because someone made him so angry.
I did.
But he didn't punch it while he was in the room. He was nice to him while he was in the room.
Yes, I was. Then when he left, everything came out.
But you know what else is super awkward? When your friend falls off the parking garage. Look at this. This is like... Poor Jamie. Jamie was a good friend of mine, and we were filming, and he got a little too excited and jumped off. He was just like a spur-of-the-moment thing. But I guess you just have to roll with the punches. The show must go on. This has been Regular Sensations, Conversations Today, or Bystander's Perspective. This comes out every Saturday, and I also do a daily vlog. Come check it out on the channel. And it was good talking to you. Signing off.